I had a plan today. It was an awesome plan. It was a plan so awesome that it was going to get me all the way to Cortez. But apparently, I'm still fighting with other vendors, so I didn't get anywhere near Cortez today. Hey guys, this is Jace and welcome to episode 60 of my roadshow. Now, we left relatively on time, but we were loaded to the freaking hilt. I mean, I was so tall and heavy, and there's a lot of dug fir and log siding and a lot of crap, so I couldn't get anywhere very quickly. But leaving early was going to make it to where I could clear here and then be well on my way to Cortez. That was the original plan. But on my first stop in Buena Vista, I turn the corner and I run smack into a cluster copulation of other vendors' trucks. It was not pretty, guys. I pulled around the corner and I looked, I'm like, oh no. So what we have here is a truck in the yard. I think it was Boise. The contractor truck that you see the tail end of right here, that had a bunch of capital on it. And then the ore pack truck facing him. And I didn't know who was there because when I pulled around, everyone was already like lined up and everything like that. And there was drivers out in the street talking and stuff like that. I was kind of hoping for a rock, paper, scissors battle or a sword fight or something like that. So Boise leaves and this contractor goes in there and Orpac is hanging out, and then I just had to wait. You know, it was really sucky, man. So I finally get unloaded. I'm there an hour and I'm driving down the highway, and my next stop is Crested Butte at this point. So I'm rolling down the highway and I run into a pack of cyclers. Now, we all know how I feel about freaking cycling. So anyway, these guys are all riding. At least they're single file, okay? This one guy, man, he was at the front of this line, and he's just kind of in the road. Now, Colorado law says that you have to give these people 3 feet of room, or you can't pass them. So even back in my cycling days, I would have looked at this particular road and said, yeah, no. Let me show you what everything looked like. So what you see here is the vehicle in front of me passing the cycling, and the cycling is not even in the, I mean, there's no cycling lane. So why are they here? Why? Why are they here, man? It just astounds me how everyone who rides a bicycle just rides anywhere they want. They're not cognizant of if it's safe to ride or not. They gotta ride their bike. So you and your four-wheeler car, you should be getting out of their way because that road is theirs, and that's how they treat it. So anyway, I get past all this bull crap and I make pretty good time up and down Monarch Pass. I had to go kind of slow going down, so I made decent time. I get to Crested Butte and there's trucks in their yard as well. So I knew that my plan was doomed at that point, that there was no freaking way I was going to get all the way to Cortez. It's not even mathematically possible, because I needed to run fairly efficiently in order to make it to Cedar Edge before they close at 4. That was the goal. And it was possible this morning, and it wasn't possible after I pulled into Crested Butte and there's trucks all over the place. I'm like, great. So I'm just kind of sitting there and I'm waiting to get unloaded, and I'm looking through my logbook and I find out that I have waited an hour and a half on other vendors' trucks. I'm like, I had this problem last week. You know, last week's video was a scorcher, man, and now I'm dealing with it all over again. But at least no one tried to jump me and no one tried to block me in. So there is that. So like I was saying, today's stops were Buena Vista, Crested Butte, and what should have been Cedar Edge, but I didn't make that one. So tomorrow's stops are Cedar Edge, one unattended drop off in Montrose, and then I got to go to Cortez. Then I've got Durango, then I've got Pagosa Springs, and then I can go home. It's gonna be super late yet again. So let me quench this kind of bitchy video with this. This was right out my window. Anyway, that's all I've got for you tonight. We'll see you in the next video.